What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Marriage Anonymous. Before we get started, if you guys have any topics you guys want us to talk about or any questions or just anything in general, make sure you hit that link in the description. Go to the Ask Questions Here tab and you can submit anything you want to right there. In this episode of the podcast, we are going to dive into platonic relationships outside of the marriage. We appreciate you guys for listening. If you guys could do us a solid and hit that like, follow, or subscribe button on whatever platform you are listening on, it sure would help out the podcast. And as always, we hope you have a great day. Post-edit Chuck here. We did not mention the book, the name of the book in the episode there towards the end. The book is called This Book Will Change Your Life. 365 daily instructions for hysterical living. So yeah, if you guys want to do the same thing that we're doing with this book, make sure to check it out. What are you listening to?
She's a book chick and she disappeared for months. Now she came back the other day.
Because she did need her medicine?
Well, I
She
guess
sounds like she needs to be on medicine.
she is on medicine.
Good for her.
That's what she started this new thing that she's only uploading book stuff once a week because she got too stressed out. And now every Thursday it's like some catchy thing about like Meds Tuesday, but that's not what it is. But anyways,
good for her. Oh,
I have the sweetest story to tell you.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I just went up to put Florence to bed.
Yep.
And so I already told you, but for them to make it.
Mike's pointing that way.
I can't.
Tighten it up right here.
Yeah. Ouch. So Binley, it's summer, and so I've decided.
First day of summer.
Yes, like a first official day, and so big things are happening this summer, and.
Are they?
Yes, for Binley and this family.
Okay.
I am just apparently trying to torture myself. But, so I decided that we're going to try to not do melatonin anymore. Yeah. So I made these sleepy gummy things for her.
Are they working?
No.
Yeah.
So we went to go put her to bed.
There's no replacement for displacement.
She is all wound up. So we were coming down here to do this, and so I told her that she could read some books while we were down here, and then when I came up, we were going to be done reading books. And so Florence just started crying right before we went to start recording, and so I went up there to put her back down to sleep. And there's a lot of weird things in this story that we have to say that make a sense, and I'm just realizing how strange it is to have an autistic child. Binley doesn't have a doorknob on her door. I can't even remember why.
I think she got locked in there.
No, I'm pretty sure. I started thinking about this actually the other day, and I'm pretty sure. Remember, she went through the phase where she was afraid of her fire smoke detector thing, and so we had to take it out. And then wasn't she scared of the doorknob?
No, what happened is because she's autistic. When she was younger,
I know
we would have to turn the lock.
We locked it so
on the outside.
Yeah.
And I remember her being locked in there one time, and she freaking lost it.
I feel like it was. She all of a sudden was scared of inanimate objects.
No.
And it was around the same time we had to take the smoke detector out of her room.
It was because she was locked in her bedroom.
Anyway, so she doesn't have so there's a hole, which makes it kind of nice. If you have to get in her room because it makes no sound, and you can. Every time I go in to check on Florence, I look through the hole and check on Binley. Anyways, so as I close the door and I look down in there, she's hunched down because she's just got the light from the fish tank, but then I put those twinkle lights in there, and so it's pretty bright in there. But so she has those on. She's hunched down, and she's just whispering, reading. Oh, I guess I have to tell the other part because I told her if she wakes Florence up, if she's loud while we're down here, wakes Florence up, she's not allowed to go to the cemetery with Grandma tomorrow.
Because it's Memorial Weekend.
And they're going to. She loves to go do the flowers on the grave, and so anyways, I told her. So so she's I can just hear her. I didn't see me, and he went in there. She's just whisper reading
what
to
a good
herself.
Child.
She's got to get little threats every now and then.
She does have some redeeming qualities.
Anyways, that's my cute story.
Love it.
Yep.
Well, where do you want to start?
So, we are talking about the word just fell out of my brain. What's it called?
Platonic?
Platonic.
Yeah, so we put out a...
Well, hold on. So, to start, what made us have the thought to explain, we started watching the new show called Platonic
it's on
on Apple,
TV. Yep.
and was really funny. And as we were watching it, and when the title popped up, I didn't even know that that's what it was called. And like the title popped up on it, and I was like, that's a good idea for an episode. And I just like, you're like, what? And so I just asked you, I said, do you think that people can have platonic, excuse me,
Yeah, so
platonic relationships?
the show is about a man and a woman that are friends.
Yeah.
And one of them, well, they were both married. One of them is married.
The woman is still married.
And Seth Rogen is divorced now.
Yeah. And they like had fallen out of touch for a few years.
Because she hated Seth Rogen's wife.
Yeah. And so that you fell out of touch, and then she like seen that they on Facebook, whatever, were getting a divorce. And so then she was like, classic woman, wanted to hear the story and know what happened. So then she like got back in contact with him.
Women are a strange breed.
It's a pretty freaking funny show. I think for like women, I think it's more of a woman show.
Definitely not a dude show.
You know what? I thought you'd like, because Seth Rogen and whatever, but
yeah, I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan.
Since when?
When have I ever been like, oh my gosh, I love Seth Rogen?
You don't say that about anybody, but you've seen like all of his movies.
I haven't seen all of his movies.
Okay.
I've seen Superbad, and he's in it.
Anyways, I thought it would be fine, but it's like the first episode, if there's any women mothers specifically out there, I've never related more to the first episode.
It's definitely a mom, like a chick show.
Because she's got, how many kids does she have? They have
3.
3 kids? What does he say in that part with Seth Rogen when he's talking to his friend? I don't know. She's got like 3 or 9 kids.
Kind of a big spread there. But that's definitely a dude saying that. I mean,
but it's like, hilarious. I was laughing so hard. She like goes to go out with her friend. He owns like, is it a bar he owns, or is it like a club?
No, I don't know. It started up like a microbrewery pub kind of thing.
But it's kind of like a club thing.
Yeah, it's
anyway. So they like
it's
go
something that doesn't really exist in real life.
Yeah, so they like go to this opening party of his, and they're just the whole time, oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. If you're looking for a good mom laugh, I recommend. We'll see how the series goes. But anyways, that, yes, started the idea of platonic relationships. And we didn't have a discussion because we wanted to have the discussion here. But basically, I would already know how you feel about it. But you put a poll up on
Instagram.
The Instagram page. I don't know what it says, but what it said, do you believe in platonic relationships, or that you're capable?
Is it possible to have a platonic relationship with someone of the opposite sex?
Doesn't platonic imply it's the opposite sex? Not to be critical of you, but it's more like my brain.
I barely graduated high school.
No, I'm just wondering.
So
is that what platonic means?
I Googled it.
Oh.
So.
And?
I know what platonic means.
Yeah, it's like just being friends.
Yeah, but I wanted,
But I believe it has to be like between like a man and a woman to be platonic, because platonic means like no.
Platonic means you're friends without. So it could be gay. You could be gay and have a platonic relationship.
I guess, yeah. If you're gay, then yeah.
Because
it's a friendship with no sex.
It's a friendship with somebody of the same sex that you are attracted to.
Well, not same sex, any sex.
Of the sex you are attracted to. So it would either be
Yes.
a man or a woman if you're into
I
that.
get what you're.
Could be
I know what you're.
lesbians.
I know what
Could
you're
be
saying.
gay
I
guys.
get what you're saying. There's just no
There's no sexual element to the relationship.
or love. Yeah. Romantic.
Romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just read what the Google did? Because
No.
we're just really doing such a good job at this. Anyways, so what were the results?
It was 67% yes to 33% no.
Really?
It was kind of a landslide.
I mean, I thought it would be a landslide, but I thought it would be in the other direction. So what is that? Did you look to see like how many people?
No.
I was just curious. But thanks, guys, for actually doing it.
Participations all around.
Yes, that's good because I thought that I told you to put up a poll and I was like, oh, probably no one's even gonna say anything. It's gonna be like one person. So it's good that actually worked. Anyways, so 67 to 33%.
Yep. That equals 100.
And I think.
I'm in the no category.
And see, I think I would say we both are in the no category. But genuinely, like before, I would say yes. But being married to you
What
and
does
like
that have anything to do with it?
and you're like because okay, so here we're gonna air this out here. Throw myself under the bus. Like when we first met, first started dating, like I only had guy friends. And
do you really want to get into this?
we're talking about platonic relationship. We can get to however you want to get to. I'm just saying that there were many instances of you like freaking out about me hanging out with guys.
Well, the first thing about that is because I was insecure.
But so that's what I'm saying.
But I had a good reason to be insecure.
But okay, so before we get into that, but you just saying that, I think that's why you say no. I think the people that voted yes, you can have platonic relationships, are people who are not insecure in their relationship.
This is just my personal thought here.
Yeah, this is all our personal thoughts.
Who the hell you are. Anything could happen.
Well, yeah, but
so I choose not to put myself in that predicament.
Okay, so here's another thought. Say you didn't have the job that you have. Like the place that you worked at lots of different places. I don't know. Can I say the place? Like, I don't feel like I can say the place. But the place that you worked before, and there was men and women working there and whatever. Like, do you think that would make the situation different? Your feelings be different? Like,
I wouldn't be friends with people I work with.
But you were.
Not really. I didn't go fishing with them.
So? You think kisses can only happen at fishing?
No, it stopped when I left and went home from work.
I'm just saying. You work with only men.
I know, it's great.
And you really don't even work with anybody.
It's even better.
And so...
Makes you a little weird. Because you're by yourself all day long.
But like, do you get what I'm saying?
No.
So,
I'm a firm believer in, for me, it's not for me.
Okay. So for me, say I had a job and I would more likely than not work with men and women. You would feel insecure with me just working with men?
This has nothing to do with work. This has to do with friends.
Well, yeah, because 9 times out of 10, like when I worked at the bank, those guys were my friends.
This is different.
Okay.
That's a workplace friendship. kind of thing.
But there's a lot of people who get like best friends with the people they work with.
Well, good for them.
But that's what I'm saying. So that would be a platonic relationship. Because
Yeah, I guess.
I think that it's almost like you look at it as when someone said you take out the word platonic. Like, could I be friends with a guy? You're saying no, no matter what, because like that to you is because you're married.
If you are friends with somebody and if you are in a platonic relationship with somebody and you are texting with them like in bed, inappropriate.
In bed, on the couch, day, night. Where's the difference? I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Like,
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
period, to be texting someone else.
Yeah, I don't want you to do that. No, like, why would you need to talk to them?
Because
my jealous is showing right now. Why?
So this gets into back into what we were talking about before when we first were dating and stuff. So as soon as we started dating, you went to Snow College, I came home from Snow College, and it was like literally like a week after we became quote official, you left.
Yeah.
And it was like I didn't exist.
I was in school.
You were studying so hard.
I tried for a while.
That doesn't matter. My point being is that I couldn't like get you to talk to me, text me back, call me if my life depended on it. And I was not just gonna sit around twiddling my thumbs waiting for my new boyfriend to like answer my text. So I went and hung out with friends, which at the time all my friends were dudes
who all wanted to put their
No, they did not. Contrary to whatever you believe about me, I was like not some foxy lady that every dude wanted. I had very few boyfriends or anybody interested in me.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it was like, but at the same time, then again, not to be a beezy, but like you were with girls all the time.
I can't control who is in my apartment.
Okay, I'm not just talking about
when it's not my apartment.
Okay, but I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about in general. You were a very charismatic, likable guy and had a lot of friends, male and female.
I didn't have any chick friends. Because what was the first thing that we talked about when we first met? You said, we're going to be best friends. And I said, no, we're not, because I'm not friends with chicks.
But you did.
I have girlfriends and I have all my guy friends. I have a girlfriend, and that is all of my time and energy I put into women. And then I just go hang out with the boys.
Okay. But okay, I'm not saying that like there's like roles were reversed. There was plenty of times that I was very jealous and we got into arguments about girls.
I was at college.
No, not at college. All of them were when we were married.
No.
Yes.
No.
You don't remember these fights? I'm not trying to like dog on you because looking back at it, it was nothing. Like I was like again, they were platonic friendships. But me being insecure and jealous, I did not like it. You don't even remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember.
2 occasions.
The blonde?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was one before that.
Who?
I don't remember what her name was. Are we bleeping names out?
Yeah.
Are you going through this? When I went through your phone and you guys were talking on Facebook, the brunette.
Blondes and brunettes.
Because that one was a little shady. That one was a little weird.
Was it though?
Yes, you were exactly like you just said. You weren't texting her, you were messaging her on Facebook talking about like her relationship problems, and I thought that was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
So
I should have just blocked her.
but at the same time, I can say I thought, yeah, that was probably inappropriate. Inappropriate of her. Like, to look at our relationship, I know you would never.
Yeah, because I barely give a shit about our relationship.
I hope you give more than a shit.
That was a joke, but like, why would I would never message some chick and be like,
well, at that
so
time,
what happened?
At that time, though, things were like
Are you
not
okay?
in a great spot.
I would never just pull this up and be like, huh, so I wonder what happened with her. Like, are you okay?
Okay. So
I don't give a crap.
Okay, so that's okay. Let's try to bring this back.
I probably should have just said that in the message.
Well,
but
so
like,
that's what
I don't give a shit.
well,
Go away.
I was just gonna say like, or just like not said anything, because now turning it back to me and trying to make this back into where we're talking about the subject and not just us, but talking about us. So there is one person in my life who has popped up many times and really gets under your skin. Who I can say is genuinely the most platonic relationship. For me, maybe not on his side.
He wants to you down.
He doesn't want to do that. He wants to like marry me. He is in
He wants
love.
to you down.
Probably at this stage in life, probably not. It's been many years. But that's like what was hard for me is it was a genuine friendship and I cared very much for this person.
He is such a piece
We don't need to go into
My petty is showing so hard, but that dude is a burnout piece of
But I know, and that's I don't want to sit and like get all into all the details of it. That's not necessary. But like,
and I'm not saying that to be mean. That is the truth.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I feel bad. Genuinely, but for not genuinely, that's not I keep saying that. But now he has really cleaned up his life and he's doing very, very well, and I'm very happy for him.
Me too. But I'm glad he's not messaging you and texting you all the time anymore. Because if he was, we would have a freaking
But
problem.
that's what I'm saying is I'm like, I don't understand like why, because like I just said to you, even though if someone was messaging you, I would not feel if that train wakes her up.
We live next to a railroad. I don't know what you want to do about it.
You like I wouldn't feel threatened because I know that you wouldn't do anything. And so that's why I'm like,
I wouldn't do anything.
Like you, like I'm not worried about if some chick's messaging you or you guys are talking. I don't feel threatened by like I may not like it in the moment, but like I said, I know that like nothing would happen. So I don't really feel that threatened. But this person who I've explained to you so many times, like you still would be so mad.
I would feel threatened if I was you. If you went through my phone, which you can do whenever you want.
I know.
If you went through my phone and saw that I was talking to a woman or women, and it was late at night, after you were gone to bed.
So that's what I'm saying. If he messaged me like during the day and I messaged him back, he wouldn't.
Depends on what the content of the messages were.
That's the thing. The messages have never been. I'm trying to bring it back. That's what a platonic relationship.
It all starts with a conversation. You and me started with I stole you from somebody else. And it started with a conversation. Every single time someone gets a divorce, every time somebody cheats on somebody, every time something happens, it all starts with a conversation.
Well, yeah, but
It can start with
also
the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Boring stuff.
but
It can be like, hey, haven't seen you for a while. How's it going?
yeah, but I think that generally when those things
Nobody's
happen,
ever just like, hey, I want to
no, but I think that when that happens, when divorces and cheating and things like that happen, even from a wholesome conversation like that, is because the relationship already is lacking. They're unhappy.
Well, most relationships are lacking, including ours.
Well, yes, but like I said, I get what you're saying. But I also see another, like the other side of it.
I think that if you are that you are so confident in your ability to keep things platonic, I think that friggin' knock yourself out. If you
You're
cannot
saying
be,
that to general, or you're
I'm
saying
saying
that to
in
me.
general, which is including you.
And so now you're saying I
I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do.
mm. You had an online platonic friendship for a little while.
With who?
I don't remember what her name was. That one chick that lived in England or whatever.
Oh, in
That was
Australia?
Australia.
Yeah.
You guys are always talking.
That was in chat. That was it. That was on Twitch.
Which is different from a text how. And you were up all night, of all hours of the night, talking to her.
She was giving me money.
That made it sound.
I was sitting there playing video games, looking it over at the chat, like, yeah, what the hell would you do, like, if I actually got famous playing video games, and then I had tons of people talking to me on the internet? It would drive you insane.
Yeah, because you don't talk to me.
You don't pay me enough.
Is that Binley?
Is that our child, or is that a ghost, or is that a home intruder?
Home intruder?
You want to come say hi? Come
No,
here, come
hey.
give me a kiss.
What do you need? Do you need something?
I need to snuggle.
You're ready to go to sleep?
I got your snuggles right here. Come here, come here. You want to snuggle upstairs?
Yeah. Gonna do a first one and a second one. Please.
Who do you want first?
First and second.
Who's first?
Mom first.
Time out. And we're back.
I had a thought while I was up there putting her to sleep, and now I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Oh well.
That's how it goes.
But anyway, that's just my thought. It's inappropriate.
I feel, and I think this was my thought. Let's see if I can get it back and get it all into a kind of cohesive thought. Is that if I genuinely, like, if I newly found a guy friend, which honestly, I mean, we know is never gonna happen. I feel like I'm looking at you really weird. But if I did, and you, I feel like it's more like if you seen us together, seen our interactions, and you did not see, you're just staring at this lamp. You're not even looking at me. Why did you put it right here?
I don't know. Take it down. Lava lamps are just so cool.
This thing is hot. I can't move it.
Don't be a sissy.
Anyways, if you like seen us together, you seen us hanging out, and like you genuinely got, like, you didn't get any vibe from him that he found me attractive or anything, I think you would be fine with it.
I will never be okay with you hanging out with a guy.
Okay.
Ever. Sorry.
The other thing, and again, I know we're not supposed to talk this way about ourselves and whatever, but I'm like, you genuinely think that anybody is gonna find me attractive if you want to put any moves down?
Yeah.
I do not think so. I don't. I genuinely could never see that happening, but you know.
Yeah, I'll never be okay with it.
I think this could be a good conversation. So again, leave your guys' thoughts anywhere you want to leave them. Comments,
In the Google Doc.
anywhere. And try to convince Charles, if you're on the side of platonic friendships are okay, convince him.
Good luck with that.
I would enjoy other people's thoughts and opinions because, like I said, if someone was to ask me, I would say no, but I feel like it's because just being married to you.
Yeah, I will not be a cuck.
And someone saying to me like, "Oh, could you ever have a platonic friendship?" No, because my husband would never let me. And that's not in like a controlling. I don't mean that in like he would never let me, but more so like you would not be okay with that. And I respect you as my husband.
Thank you.
Of course.
I don't think you'd be okay. Like if you were at your parents' house or something and you just came home and like I had some lady here that's just hanging out with me.
Well, yeah, but if you were like if it was a friend and you're like, "Hey, so and so is going to come over, we're going to hang out." Like, yeah, but if I just walked in and some random person that I didn't know, yeah, that'd be a little weird. I wouldn't be down for that. Did you just say a cuck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. He cuckolded me.
Yeah. Great movie.
David Lindhagen.
David Lindhagen.
That's probably one of my most watched movies.
It's
I
a
have
great
seen
movie.
it so many times. It is one of the best movies.
Yeah.
That makes me want to watch it right now.
I'm really excited for this.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so Shay has this book that how long
So
have you
let
had
me
this
give
thing?
the preface again, the backstory, because I always have to do that. There was this bookstore, a used bookstore that was around a couple towns away that it was probably 5 years ago. I found out about it and it was just the coolest thing ever. Every book was $1 and they had sales every like Friday or something, I can't remember. And me and some of my sister-in-laws who also like to read, we would meet up there and like that's like where my book collection started, was this place. And so I randomly found this book there. So it's called This Book Will Change Your Life. And I just want you to read, like, this is one of my favorite things about like there's people that get skeeved out and like will not buy used books. But this is one of my favorite things about buying used books. Someone gave this to the other person. I think the name's in there as like a gift or something. And then they like, it's funny to like, you're going to read it and then be like, then they donated this book. Like, it's just hilarious. So what does the little message say in the front?
It says their name. Not gonna say it.
Why?
Because Brenton might listen to this one day.
I'm sure.
This past so cringe.
Oh yeah, that's it. It seems like it's like a girlfriend or something.
It's a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably broke up and he donated it.
Yeah. I think that's what happened. This baby has not even been really cracked open.
That's what I
like this book is brand new.
Pristine.
It is in like if you would have bought this off of Amazon, like this is
how it would have came.
the spine is
I know.
perfect.
Nice and toit.
Nice and tight. Like a tiger. This past year with I don't know if I can do it. This past year with you has been nothing less than amazing. I love you more than I ever imagined I could love anyone.
My face hurts.
I am so excited to start another year with you. And my hope is that we will have a wonderful year where all our dreams come true. Obviously not. You
Hey,
mean so much to me, baby.
you hate that.
Happy 1 year. I love you.
They could have worked out and are married and happy to this day, and he just thought the book was dumb.
I am what am I as a man? I'm you say that I'm romantic.
No. When it comes to like occasions and yes, you're romantic. I would not say so there is a stipulation to that. You are not a romantic man. Just in everyday life.
I would agree with that.
You
100%.
are romantic when the occasion calls for it. Which is great.
I can deliver.
I'm not complaining.
I can deliver.
Yes.
I think this book is awesome.
I think it's awesome.
So this book
Hence why I bought it.
There's a page for every single day of the year, and on every page.
Hold on a second. I feel like you were going somewhere when you were asking me who you are as a man.
Yeah, so like I would not. When I found out about this book, it surprised me that I would want to do this. Because this is not my thing. This book is
the
not
reason
my
why
thing.
you want to do it is because it's a good idea.
It's a good thing for
TikTok.
content, but it's also cool.
It is cool.
You know what? You're right. I would never do this if I wasn't trying to post about it on the internet. But I am going to have fun doing this.
I think it was fun.
So just like this is day.
Well, so I guess
day
okay,
3.
we're kind of jumping in all over again. So I've had this book forever, and I've had the idea to make some kind of like a YouTube channel, or this is like before TikTok or when I had it and stuff, like an Instagram where I did this every single day. You have to do the thing that the book tells you to do. And I was like, because I knew that I had flipped through it and seen it. And I remember seeing things, I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So like
some of them are going to be, it's going to take us out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. Like it's uncomfortable.
Which is cool.
So I was always like, oh, I don't want to do that. And so I was cleaning out my office. So Florence, it's going to be her room. And I came across it again. And I was like, you know what? This could really be a good TikTok thing.
You want to know what's funny about day number 3 here is it says, today, throw something away that you like.
Yeah, I seen that.
Did you see what's on here?
No.
A silver bullet. A vibrator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it?
a vibrator. For sure.
It's probably
no chicks are going to be throwing that away.
It's probably called a silver bullet.
It is a silver bullet. It looks like a silver bullet. Thought that was funny.
That is funny.
The other one that's going to be very fun to do, and it's going to be very fast, is day number 4. I'll put this up to the camera so people can see it. It's got a map of the world. See, I have creased this book more than friggin' Brenton has. And it says,
you color in all the places you've been.
No, it's fill in the countries with different colors. Green has been there, done that. Blue is intend to go there this year. Yellow is intend to go there sometime before I die. And red is happy. I'll be happy never to set foot there in my whole life.
So
this whole map's going to be red.
And what's the color I've been there? That's me it.
Yeah, I'm going to have Mexico and the United States.
Well, we're both
been there, done that.
So if we didn't make it clear, we've decided that we're going to do this, and we're both going to do it, right? Or are you just doing this?
Yeah, we can both do it.
Yeah, so
but
I'll have some more on there.
I think the only place that I would ever go is like I would drive to the Canadian border.
I would love to go to Canada.
There is nothing in Canada that you can't see here.
Very false.
No. Like if you go to Montana, it's just South Canada.
No.
Yeah, like if you go to like North Dakota, it's just South Canada. You want to see some spectacular mountains? You can look out your window because they're right there. Or you could like go to Denver.
Whatever.
You want to see some moosin in the woodsin? Like just drive an hour that way.
No, it's different.
You not even an hour. Like I'm sure you could put up a spotting scope on our front porch and look in the mountain. You'll see 'em.
Okay, we get the point. Anyways, so we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm not a world traveler. What are some other fun ones?
I don't know. We don't need to spoil it though. That's why I told you. I'd come down and you're like reading the whole thing. I was like, it's supposed to be like a surprise every day. But I'm gonna find out what you have to do. There was one that I seen that I don't know how we're gonna do, and that's something we got to figure out of like what we're gonna do. And there's ones that we actually can't do. Like there's one that we're supposed to like do a message in a bottle and take it to the ocean.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're gonna just drive to California one day.
I don't know because I said I'd never set foot in California
Yes,
ever
you did.
again.
Yeah.
So I might have to drive to Texas.
Oh gosh. Anyways,
It's a long drive.
just go throw one in the lake.
Not the same thing.
It's not at all. Like I said,
But is throwing a bottle into the ocean, is that considered littering?
well,
Can you get a
it
ticket
talks
for
about
that?
on there. It has a number for whenever this was published. They have like an Oh no. An estimated number of like how many messages in a bottle are in the ocean right now, and it's like hundreds of thousands. Because it's like a thing, you know.
I know what I'm putting in mine.
Anyways.
It'll be the same thing I put in the wall.
Oh gosh.
If you're reading this, F you.
Estúpido.
Yeah, well, I'm a child.
You
I am
are-
12.
You are a man child.
I am 12 years old.
And an old man all at the same time.
Yeah. What was I watching the other day?
I don't know.
Singing in the Rain.
Oh yes, you were
Great movie.
like by yourself. I come down and that's But that describes you. That it was not a surprise to me to come down and find that.
Yeah.
There's so many things I love about you.
Yeah, well.
That's one of them. This hard ass, big burly dude loves to watch Singing in the Rain and what's the wedding one?
Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride.
That's not like an old person.
No, but no, I'm just talking about. I'm just naming things that you love to watch that do not go with.
I love those orange sticks at Christmas
The
time.
chocolate orange sticks and the chocolate oranges. Blech.
Oh, good. That should be a year-round thing.
Well, that's why we buy so many because I
But
plan
they're
to like
all
let
gone
you.
by New Year's.
No, I plan to have you have them throughout the year, but they don't last
They're
too
all
long.
gone by New Year's.
Dots.
Oh, dots are so good. Good and Plenty's.
Ugh.
Black licorice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saltwater taffy.
What is wrong with you?
I don't
You don't like
despise
saltwater
taffy, but it's not something that I seek out.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
Yeah, well, you're weird. Your parents raised you in some weird ways.
No.
Anyways, I think
All
that's
right.
it.
I'm ready for bed.
I'm so ready for bed. It just hit me. I am tired. And the 4-month sleep regression is just looming over me.
All right.
I love you.
Love you too.
See you next time.
See ya.